Are you on the hunt for a stylish and a timeless timepiece? Then you've come to the right place. As we all know, Tudor is a luxury watch brand that released a lot of iconic watches that many watch enthusiasts seek to possess. One of these iconic watches is the infamous Tudor Black Bay 58 and the Tudor Black Bay 54. These two beauties have garnered quite a reputation among watch aficionados, and choosing between them can be quite the conundrum. But which one is the right fit for you? That's what we're here to find out, so buckle up as we take a closer look at these two stunners and help you decide which Tudor Black Bay will steal your heart and enhance your style game. Welcome to another episode of The Steady Taker. Do you have a soft spot for watches? Subscribe now to The Steady Taker and click the notification bell to keep posted on the latest news on different luxury watch brands and its industry. We create content on trivias, intricacies, history, and anything under the weather about luxury watch brands and their models. In this episode, we'll help you decide which Tudor Black Bay is the perfect fit for your wrist. Let the battle of the 58 and 54 commence! The Tudor Black Bay 58 holds a distinctive allure, boasting exceptional qualities that harmoniously blend together. While it may not possess the most extravagant or cutting-edge features, nor does it claim the title of the most affordable or historically significant timepiece, what truly distinguishes it is its balanced and all-encompassing appeal that is difficult to encounter elsewhere. Let me paint you a picture to showcase its unique qualities. Imagine Formula 1 driver Fernando Alonso tearing up the racetrack in his Aston Martin. Just like Alonso consistently secures podium finishes, the Tudor Black Bay 58 has demonstrated its consistency and reliability since it first hit the scene back in 2012. Sure, its design evolution may not be lightning fast, but it proudly displays the brand's unwavering commitment to a timeless aesthetic that stands the test of time. Now here's where things get interesting. The Tudor Black Bay 58 offers something that its counterpart, the Rolex Submariner, might envy: affordability. That's right, folks. Tudor has managed to capture the essence of the vintage Submariner design while infusing subtle elements that give the Black Bay 58 its own unique character. And boy does it work! When you feast your eyes upon this beauty, you'll be struck by its undeniable coolness. But if you look closer, you'll also detect a hint of playfulness that adds a touch of charm you just can't resist. There's no denying the appeal of a licensed replica at rock-bottom prices. I mean, who wouldn't be tempted, right? But let me tell you, when Tudor released the Black Bay 58, it was like a dream come true for watch enthusiasts everywhere. They really listened to what people wanted and delivered a watch that ticked all the right boxes. They did away with the date, slimmed down the proportions to make it less bulky, and even added a fantastic vintage coloration that we all fell in love with. It was a moment when we felt our prayers have been answered. It's not often that a watchmaker actually gives people exactly what they've been asking for. Usually they come close, but miss the mark somehow. There's got to be some sort of psychological consumer trolling going on there, don't you think? But hey, the Tudor Black Bay 58 hit the nail on the head. It was all thanks to all people. It was practically perfect. Sure, there are a couple of minor quirks like the slightly protruding crown and the knurling feeling a tad cheaper. And yes, the bezel has a texture reminiscent of a popular market storm watch. And I'll admit, it does have a hint of that bulbous Disney vacation vibe compared to an actual vintage Submariner. But apart from those tiny details, it excels in every category across the board. And let's not forget the best part, it's half the price of an Omega Seamaster. Can you believe that? With an in-house movement, a vintage Rolex-inspired look, and exceptional build quality, the Black Bay 58 is an absolute winner. Tudor really knocked it out of the park with this one, and watch enthusiasts couldn't be happier. It's a kind of watch that keeps us on our toes and reminds us why we love this hobby so much. And now, folks, we have the Black Bay 54. You might be wondering, could this be the iteration that puts Tudor out of business? Well, there are a few factors to consider. Firstly, it's surprisingly small, coming in at just 37mm. While the Black Bay 58 has been a winner in its own right, the Black Bay 54 has also managed to secure a few podium finishes. It's a close competition, neck and neck. To the casual passerby, the Black Bay 58 and 54 may seem like the same watch. One is based on the Tudor Submariner from 1958, while the other, you guessed it, takes inspiration from 1954, the year of the first Tudor and Rolex Submariners. Talk about proper pedigree. With only a 4-year gap between their collective inspirations, the differences can be described as subtle nuances. The design of the Black Bay 58 is more outgoing, much like Ernie is more outgoing than Bert. There is a pop of extra color on the bezel with gold numbers and a touch of red on the triangle at 12 o'clock. Some might see it as a vintage gone wild, while others find it warm and nostalgic, reminiscent of Christmas at Grandma's. See what I mean about the importance of semantics? These little details can make all the difference. Now let's talk about that bezel. The Black Bay 54 borrows the original font from the vintage Submariner and touches the minute markers in the first quarter. All the colors on the bezel have been desaturated, giving it a more functional look. It's like the watch is ready for its day job, while the Black Bay 58 is ready to party and have a fiesta. But perhaps the most significant difference lies in the texture of the bezel edge. I know, it may sound like comparing toothpaste flavors, but believe me, it matters. When compared to the 58's bezel, it feels like the edge of a cheap file. The 54's bezel feels more substantial and robust. The details that make all the difference. While the bezel on the Black Bay 54 doesn't have the full scallop of the Rolexes, it stays true to the design of the 1954 Tudor Submariner. You'll notice the same treatment on the crown as well. It may be smaller, but it's more accurate and better finished. In comparison, the bezel on the Black Bay 58 might remind you of an old mechanical pencil sharpener wheel. If they could get it right in 1954, there's no excuse not to nail it now. The dials on both watches are quite similar, albeit smaller on the Black Bay 54 and with less weight. The Snowflake second-hand, however, is replaced with a round lollipop style, just like the original from 1954. But they decided to keep the Snowflake hour hand, even though it wasn't an original feature on the 1954 model. You'll also notice a rounded tip on the second-hand counterweight of the 54 and a taper on the hour hand towards the mounting point. It all adds up, my friends, to create that authentic vintage feel. Now here's something that might ruffle the feathers of watch enthusiasts everywhere. Both the Black Bay 54 and 58 still have the riveted bracelet. However, the 54 offers a little escape route with the option of a rubber strap that integrates nicely with the end links. It's a neat alternative, and for some reason the 54 gets the micro adjust T-fit feature, which the 58 doesn't. The mysteries of watch design choices, right? We can only speculate on the reasons behind it. Ultimately, the design boils down to your personal taste, style, and the story that you want your watch to tell. Whether you lean towards the vintage elegance of the Black Bay 54 or the vibrant charisma of the Black Bay 58, both timepieces offer exceptional craftsmanship, quality, and that undeniable Tudor allure. So my friends, it's time to trust your own instincts and let your heart guide you. Whichever Black Bay speaks to your soul, wear it proudly and cherish the unique experience it brings. After all, watches are more than just timekeepers. They are a reflection of our individuality and a gateway to timeless adventures. Keep exploring, keep collecting, and most importantly, keep embracing the joy that these incredible timepieces bring to our lives. Until next time, stay passionate, stay stylish, and keep ticking. Want to hear more about watches? Hit that subscribe button below to support the Steady Ticker channel and click the notification bell to instantly know about our new videos on luxury watches. See you in the next one.